guess I'm the only person here. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. Okay, so first of all, who else is feeling lost already in the beginning of the year? I know like this time of year, so especially the beginning of the new year is always so, I think for a lot of people it's exciting to kind of get started on new goals and to, yeah, just almost have like a reset button. But for a lot of people it can also be really overwhelming, and it can be like adding a lot of pressure because you think you have to, you know, do all this crazy epic stuff. But honestly, like one of the things, I'm just gonna go straight into it. One of the things that has really helped me for this year in particular is to be a bit more easy on myself. Like if I'm feeling so much pressure, I'm not pressuring myself to set unnecessary goals unless I'm really clear about why I want to achieve certain goals. And I think that's the only way we should be setting goals, because if we're just setting goals for the purpose of setting goals, like why are we even setting them? So that's my kind of New Year's resolution, is to not have as many goals, because I used to really be quite meticulous with my goals. I would really have like, I would have 10 goals, I would write down the goal, I would write down why, and then but then they would be like huge audacious goals, which are, it's good to have goals and it's great to be motivated, but it would lead to me never achieving them because I was just way overdoing it with my goals. And so for this year, all I'm doing is just saying, hey, I'm enough as I am. I'm not going to be a better human necessarily if I achieve these goals or not. So that's why I'm taking it easy, and I'm not pressuring myself. And of course, I'm setting some intentions, and maybe I'll get into that either in this video or in another video, but I'm not being so hard on myself, and I think that's helped a lot. Yeah, and so the other thing I wanted to talk about while I'm sitting in the car listening to the birds outside, are so beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna insert a quick clip. But Australian birds are just like next level. They just always sing for you, and it's beautiful. Anyway, so I've been really a lot of things have really changed in my life. I'm in Australia. I'm not in Berlin right now, where I used to live, or I used to be for the past years. And I also am not working as a product manager. I know a lot of my videos were centered around that. Right now I'm not working as one. I'm also not in my apartment anymore, so a lot of things have really changed, and as a result, I'm feeling a little bit lost right now. And I thought I was putting a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to post YouTube videos because it's something I really enjoy, but at the same time I didn't know what about, because I was like, you know, I'm lost, I have no idea what should I post about, and like all these things that I used to post about I don't really do at the moment, or I'm kind of like a little bit uncertain of where to head in which direction. I have ideas, but it's not clear yet. And so I was really holding off until I realized that actually the content I like to watch the most are just people being very honest about what they're doing with their life, and just also like imperfect content, you know, people that don't have it figured out yet, people that are just on their journey on something, like they're documenting the process and they're just really being honest about where they're at in life. And I thought, hey, you know, why not film content about that? You know, just like me figuring it out, and it will crystallize into something, you know, there will be certain themes and stuff emerging, but I think it doesn't have to be this rigid, you know, like this is what I post about. So yeah, that's where we're at. You're kind of witnessing a new era of content for me, and I know I haven't been consistent at all, but that's actually one goal that I do have. I'm not gonna lie, that's one goal that I do have, is to be more consistent with YouTube, because I do really love it. It's something I enjoy, and it's like the only thing that, like, I'm always wanting to create something, and YouTube is just the thing that I kind of gravitate towards. It's one of my favorite platforms. So yeah, we're gonna post on YouTube, and hopefully more consistently, and you're gonna witness my journey basically to figuring things out. And like, I have no idea where I'm going to be in a few weeks from now, and that's scary, but it's also exciting. But yeah, for now I really need to turn on the aircon on. It's getting really hot. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to go visit my sister at the cafe she's working, and I'm going to grab a coffee there because it's freaking amazing, the coffee. Free advertisement. So yeah, being in Australia made me realize how we have ordinary moments everywhere. I feel like we often glamorize different parts of the world. Like, it's summer here, so it must be more beautiful and I must feel more happy. And in fact, it's actually the most ordinary moments that count. And you can have sad moments here and sad moments there, and same goes for happy ones and grateful ones and excited ones. And you can make toast in one place and then also make toast in the other, and it's pretty much a similar experience. And the things that really matter is your inner world and how you feel on the inside, because you can never really run away from yourself. You have to do the inner work, and that's something I've been realizing and working on recently, because I've been trying to figure out which country to call home since I grew up in both of them, so Germany and Australia, and I feel a sense of home in both countries. But I realized that each has their pros and cons and good and bad sides, and there's really no perfect place to live. It's more about what you make of it, and that's what counts. And yeah, so that's something I'm trying to learn and figure out at the moment, and I'm gonna take you along with me on that journey and share how I'm feeling about it. So before I close off this video, I just want to take a second to talk about intentions and goal setting and my opinion on them this year, because I touched on them earlier in this video and I thought it would be good to circle back to it and just share something, because I think it might help some of you, because I know that a lot of us are already feeling pressure to have to achieve our goals and to, we're feeling behind and whatever, and I think that can be not so great for our self-esteem and just our feelings overall. So as I've mentioned before, I have a very strong history with goals. I would say I've been setting goals for the past 10 years or so, and I've always set really big goals. And I noticed over time that one of the themes that I keep struggling with is this sense of not feeling like I'm good enough, like this lack of self-worth even. And I'm really working on that, and I'm getting better at it, I think. And I realized while I was on a walk in the German countryside around Christmas, I realized that one of the ways that I can help myself feel a bit better and like to improve that self-worth is to not set goals. It might sound a bit crazy, but feel like that, goals imply that you have to achieve something before you're good enough, before you are, worthy or whatever. Whereas if you set maybe things like intentions, it's more about actions. It's more about doing and becoming, like being or already being, like rather than having to strive to be at a certain place. I hope that makes sense. But basically, I'm not setting like big audacious goals. I'm more setting like intentions this year. And we'll see how we go with that. Maybe I will end up setting goals, who knows, because I am a bit of a planner sometimes. But my intentions for now, I just thought I'd run them through, and maybe they inspire you to also focus on intentions rather than goals this year. So one of the biggest ones is to not follow things that I think I should be doing, but more things that I want to be doing, or kind of following my intuition more, because it's proven to be right a lot of the time. It's actually always right, and I always end up in a better place. Overall, just in a better place when I follow my intuition. And the other thing that I really want, and I think the one thing that will help with that, is to be more in the present moment, to really just soak in every present moment, because I also realized, time flies like so fast, and we don't have a lot of time on this earth. Maybe it sounds a bit crazy and it might sound a bit sad, but it's true. Like, we don't have a lot of time. Like, I read this book last year and it's called 4,000 Weeks. I really recommend it. And he basically just emphasizes the fact that we only have, on average, if we're lucky, 4,000 weeks to live, and that we should, if we can, make the most of it, and that will mean that we have to cut out some things intentionally and focus on other things. But what does that have to do with presence? Basically, we need to be more present, because otherwise we're missing life. And I've also noticed that about myself, that I tend to always focus on the future, on the next moment and the next thing, rather than being present. And I really want to work on that, and just, I think, taking in the sounds, the sights, the smells, everything around me, like being much more present with people, really listening to what they are saying and responding to what they're saying, rather than what I already have in my head that I should be replying to them, if you know what I mean. 2 more intentions. The other intention that I have is to have more fun. I also started doing that last year, and I feel like I take myself way too seriously sometimes. I don't know if anyone can relate, but I take life too seriously. I think too much, I analyze everything, and it just sometimes leaves no room for fun, and I want to do more of that. And I started doing acting, for example, last year. Like I did improv theater, and I did an acting class last week actually, and it was so fun, and I was so present as well, and I felt like a little kid again, but also like a boss adult, you know, like I could do anything, and it was a really good feeling, and I want to do more of these kinds of things. And I think following the fun, it kind of goes along with intuition, but more, yeah, separate from that, it's just like doing more fun things in my life, and also in my career, like in my, like the people who I surround myself, just to have more fun. I said that word a lot now, but that is what I want to do, have fun. Anyway, okay, and the last intention that I have for 2024 is to prioritize creation. So I feel like we consume a lot as a society, which is great. I've consumed a lot last year or in the past years, and it is great. It's great to get inspired by others. I love it, and it's great to learn from others, and I'm going to keep doing that, obviously, but I want to this year really challenge myself to create more, because I really love creation. I love creating things, no matter what it is, like writing things, like acting, obviously, I guess, making videos and things like that. And so I really want to focus on creation more. And now I feel like it's my time to put my ideas out there. I've really consumed other people's ideas, and now I want to bring out my ideas and share those with the world, and hopefully inspire others in some way, shape or form. And yeah, these are all my intentions. To follow my intuition and not what I should be doing, to be more present, to have fun, and to prioritize creation. I hope you gained something from that. I hope it was kind of interesting, and I always try and think of something clever to say at the end of the video, but I don't really have anything else to say. So I'm going to close off this video. You will hear from me again very soon, and I hope you have a great start to your year, where no matter where you are, and I really wish you all the best. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Bye.